What's up, everyone? It's Mr. Marambo coming at you with more science. In our last lesson, we learned about where and how organisms access the resources they need in order to grow, live, and survive. These resources are called our matter cycles, and we have three main ones: our water cycle, our carbon cycle, and our nitrogen cycle. We should already know that there are two main types of organisms: autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs access water and carbon through the process we learned called photosynthesis, which uses carbon dioxide, the gaseous state of carbon, and water in order to produce stored energy. Autotrophs get their nitrogen from the nitrogen cycle, specifically in the steps of ammonification and nitrification. Our heterotrophs are a little different in accessing the resources they need in order to survive. Our resources, again, being water, carbon, and nitrogen from those respective matter cycles. Unlike autotrophs who can produce their own stored energy, heterotrophs have to consume in order to access the resources they need to survive, live, and grow. Heterotrophs access water through precipitation or consuming the water from the water cycle. They get their carbon and nitrogen, again, from consuming other heterotrophs and our autotrophs, who in turn consume autotrophs. So basically, the energy and matter that heterotrophs get come from our friendly plants. All of this should be reviewed. What I'm trying to highlight is where all this energy is flowing through so that we can answer the question, how do our organisms access and get their energy they need to live, grow, and survive? And when I say energy, I'm talking about the resources, because energy does come from resources, both biotic and abiotic things that we need in order to live. Energy comes from those things. They're the things that help us breathe, do our everyday bodily processes, and continue to grow and repair ourselves as we move along this earth. Autotrophs get their energy from the process of photosynthesis. We see energy in the form of water and carbon, and they get that energy by making it themselves. Autotrophs also being producers, those who make their own stored energy. They also get energy from ammonification and nitrification. So here, I'm making a difference between resources and energy by saying that energy comes from our resources. Heterotrophs get their energy from consuming. They get nitrogen, carbon, and water simply by consuming biotic and abiotic things. As we all know, when autotrophs conduct photosynthesis and when heterotrophs consume, that energy goes into the form of stored energy before being used. In order for producers and consumers, our autotrophs and heterotrophs, to use that stored energy that they got, they need to conduct cellular respiration, a concept we learned last lesson. Cellular respiration is the opposite of photosynthesis, where both autotrophs and heterotrophs use their stored sugar in order to conduct their daily processes. To close, let's look at these examples. A and B are our heterotrophs, our consumers. So they have to consume organisms in order to access their energy and create stored energy to activate later through cellular respiration. C and D, on the other hand, are producers, our autotrophs, and they conduct photosynthesis in order to create their own stored energy and require carbon dioxide and water in order to do that, along with the sunlight. Keep in mind where this energy that these organisms are storing is coming from. They're coming from resources. And also remember where these resources are coming from. They are coming from a cycle, our matter cycles, which we have three: water, carbon, and nitrogen.